Hey guys, and welcome back to the Savannah Buckler podcast. It is a little late when I'm filming this. It is March 22nd, and today is the anniversary of my husband's first ever car accident. Now, if you guys live in my town, you already know. But if you don't, and if you guys are not family and friends, you guys are going to learn everything that happened and why. But first things first, if you guys are new here, hi, I'm Savannah Buckler, and I have a podcast that you are currently listening to. Also, I also have a YouTube channel, many YouTube channels, Savannah Buckler, which is the YouTube channel that you're watching this on because it's on my playlist. Then I have Buckler Eats, Buckler Gaming, and Buckler Fam. You guys should subscribe to all of those because the Buckler Fam is the family gaming, or the family channel. Buckler Eats is our mukbang channel, and Buckler Gaming is our gaming channel. This channel, I basically just post whatever I want, whenever I want. We are currently watching Friday Night SmackDown. Caleb is currently putting our kids to bed. Just finished laundry for the night. I only have bulky sheets left to do, and 2 loads of laundry to fold in the morning. I'm a mom, and I am married, and yeah, if you guys are not new here, welcome back. So let's talk about a year ago today, March 22nd. I'm just gonna flat out say, before, we did not know what was causing or why he had this accident, but now we do. So backtracking, a year ago, we did not know what was going on. He was showing signs of what we thought were just stomach issues, but turns out to be much more than that. We were living up at the trailer at this point, and I remember briefly on what happened. I think he let me know that he had a car accident, and if I can find pictures of it, I will go ahead and post them with this video. By the way, trigger warning for when I do. If I do find the pictures, trigger warning, it is graphic. I remember being at the trailer and just freaking the fuck out. One of our friends, I think it was said friend that's taking us to Omaha and that took us to North Platte for his echo, went down there to make sure he was okay, and everything like that. So he was on his way to work, and for some reason he acted like he was going to go back to the trailer, so he went behind Safeway and crashed into a tree, taking out the bark of that tree and a sign. Now, the accident should have killed him, but he survived, and he's doing really well to this day. Anyways, oh yeah, by the way, if you guys are new here, I got a piercing. Sorry, jumping around a bit. So yeah, a year ago today, Caleb had his first ever accident, totaling that vehicle, and to this day, the tree bark still has not grown back, or it has a little bit, but you can still see where the car hit, and it looked like one of his tires were slashed, or it popped somehow, some way, and that could have been the reason why he wrecked. So fast forwarding, we put the puzzle pieces together, and we think that the reason why he had the accident was because of what we know now, and that is the fact that he has seizures. At least that's what they think it is. I am not for sure, and this podcast is not for that. But to this day, he's doing a lot better. He has recovered fully and is thriving, so that's a good thing. I remember because Caleb and I were fighting that day, and I remember the last thing I said to him, and I regret it to this day, and I'm not going to say it on here. But me and him were fighting, and I was just terrified. We had roommates at that time, and said roommate actually was going to go see if he was okay, but decided against it. Those said roommates no longer live with us to this day, but with his accident, he ended up going to him. I met him at the end of that dirt road, and we ended up walking him to the ER. I ended up calling them ahead of time to let them know that, hey, my husband, or my boyfriend at that time, just got in an accident, and he needs to see y'all, like, now. And so we walked to the ER, and at this point, the girls, our kids, were staying with Sarah and Henry at that time. By the way, to this day, Henry is no longer in the picture. But anyways, I remember him, like, just, like, hurting and complaining about pain. And we literally walked to the ER. And at that point, like, the hospital was, like, just down the road. So we walked to the hospital. Yeah, so we literally walked to the hospital and got him checked in and everything. And we were at the ER. I was letting everyone know for about 2 to 3, maybe, I think it was like 5 or 6 hours, actually, before we...
From my first accident?
Yeah.
It was only a couple hours.
Yeah, to, like, make sure that he was basically okay. They gave me a list of instructions, gave him some painkillers, and then they sent us home. So, yeah, to this day, he, is thriving, and we still look back at that time because that accident was pretty bad, but I am thankful for him, and I'm thankful that he lived. I am recording this on the day that it happened. Well, I'm recording this a year later, so, as a Savannah Buckler podcast, you know how I am. I did it with my dad's accident, so I have to do it on the anniversary of Caleb's first car accident. I still to this day hate driving by or walking by that spot. It just gives me bad vibes. I try to avoid it at all costs, because it just brings back flashbacks, and I just can't deal with the fact that that happened.
Hey, Debbie. When did you come back down here?
A while ago. Anyways, that is it for this episode of the Savannah Buckler podcast. Tune in for the next episode coming soon, which is going to be our 1-year marriage anniversary, which is March 24th. Yeah, 2 days after his accident. What a coincidence that is. So tune in for that, and I'll catch you guys then.